Sup OG Yogis, my name is Brianna and I'm a yoga educator. Today I'm going to be going over how to live a balanced life. So typically when you hear the word balance, you think of physically balancing, and I think we all know what physically balancing is. If you don't, comment and I will make a video about physically balancing and how to physically balance the body. Now, as far as balancing the body for an internal balance in your day-to-day life and maybe even feel fulfilled, that happens through outlets. So you have various outlets in your day-to-day life. It's not just, your hobby is your outlet. Yes, your hobby is your outlet, but it goes beyond that. So we have, as humans, and this is what I think, and I'm sure there are more outlets depending on who you ask, but for me personally, what I've discovered is I have an emotional outlet, I have a physical outlet, I have a spiritual outlet, I have an artistic outlet, and I have an intellectual outlet. So I want to make sure we're doing this right. So you have 5 outlets. You have your artistic outlet, your emotional outlet, your spiritual outlet, your physical outlet, and your intellectual outlet. So emotional outlet, that is what you do or what you practice in your life that helps you feel like you have your emotional release that you need. So that can come out through conversations with friends, can come out through any activity that you practice that you physically feel better after doing. It is a little bit nuanced. We can go into more depth if we need to go over different forms of emotional outlets, but that's what we're going to talk about right now. Artistic outlets, that is just how you let out your creativity. So it doesn't have to be art or music. It can be anything that helps you feel more creative in your day-to-day life. So it could be any kind of, like some people work with resin and woodworking. That's an artistic outlet. You have your physical outlet. So that is what you do to feel physically in shape, but also physically balanced. So when you practice your physical outlet, you may notice that it trickles into emotional well-being because all of these outlets are connected in promoting a happier and more fulfilled life. You have your intellectual outlet. Your intellectual outlet is kind of conversations that you have with friends that you feel like you are engaging with them in a way that honestly you feel better after talking to them because you feel like you've had a stimulating conversation. So that can be friends that you have where you share the same interests and it's something that you're both knowledgeable on. So for me, one of my intellectual outlets is school. I go to school full time. So when I am at school, I'm able to fulfill my intellectual outlet. Another intellectual outlet of mine is philosophy podcasts. I really like philosophy podcasts. They always make me think, and I always feel like I come out of that knowing more. But I'm also a forever student. I'm always learning. And then your physical outlet, that is your exercise. So I went over emotional, artistic, physical. Oh yes, your spiritual outlet. That is the most important one in my opinion. So that is, if you believe in a higher power, that is your devotion to your higher power. If you don't believe in a higher power, it's what you do to feel more connected to the world that you're in. When you don't have a spiritual outlet, you tend to feel a little bit lost. You're more likely to have an existential crisis. Unfortunately, that's why I am a advocate for having a spiritual outlet. And it can be something like gardening or however it is that you feel magic in the world. It's a way to really delve into your spiritual outlet. And honestly, that is it, you guys. That is how you create balance in your life to feel fulfilled and happy. If you have more questions, if you have concerns, anything, feel free to comment it. I can always do more research on this for you and come at you with the facts if that's what you need. But regardless of it, I invite you guys to please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and let me know what you guys want to talk about. I always appreciate feedback. The light in me honors the light in each of you. And together we bow forward and we say namaste. Namaste, you guys. Bye. Emotional outlet. That is just, oh my gosh. So artistic, emotional, spiritual, physical. Artistic, emotional, physical, spiritual, intellectual. Okay. We're gonna make sure that I said that right. So we've got a few out.